Jets Nation, welcome back to another Jets Media live stream. Today is a great day to be a freaking New York Jets fan. He fires it over the middle, touchdown! Garrett Wilson! The New York Jets tie the football game! It's a toss to Breece Hall. Breece Hall cuts up the middle. Breece Hall's loose! Breece Hall's gone! Breece Hall is gone! He walks into the end zone! That's a Jets touchdown! Sauce Gardner's there for the game winner! That's New York Jets, new Aaron Rodgers style of football right there. Breaking news! The New York Jets got him! Aaron Rodgers is officially a member of the New York Jets! The vibe amongst his fan base is just a really awesome thing to watch our fans have a reason to be excited. This Jets team is ready to take flight this year.
We're going to show the world today what Jets football is about. Let's go. All we need is us. All we need.
I got high expectations for them, and you should too.
I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's go Jets. Jets.
Jets, Jets, let's go.
Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Richie, and today we are going to be talking about the practice squad because the New York Jets have signed approximately 7 people so far, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I was right. They've signed 7 players to the practice squad, and there is a maximum of 16 players allowed on the practice squad. So we have a lot of more players to sign to the practice squad. I'm sure they already are making some news and making some moves on to bring some players back. So let's get right into it. You guys see the list right here. We have 4 players that were on the New York Jets returning to the New York Jets team, and then 3 brand new players that I wanted to talk about with you guys. So let's get straight into business and talk about who's back on the practice squad. The first is the one that I wanted to make the 53-man roster, and I'm so excited that he made this practice squad and not get claimed. Safety, Trey Dean, undrafted free agent. Let's freaking go. I love it. I think that this is a big-time addition because he provides depth at the safety spot, and he did everything he possibly could to make this team, first of all. Right? I love that Trey Dean is back on the practice squad. I think he's a fan favorite. Jets fans are excited about this. As you guys know, I've been high on Trey Dean ever since we got him in the undrafted free agency after the 2023 draft. So really good things to see about Trey Dean staying with the New York Jets. The next guy I want to talk about is Hard Knock star, his 3rd or maybe even 4th straight year on the Jets practice squad, defensive lineman Tanzel Smart. Tanzel Smart provides depth at that interior defensive tackle position, and he's going to be the first name elevated to the active roster if there is any injuries to the Jets defensive line. I'm sure that the Jets feel comfortable with Tanzel Smart being on the 53-man roster, but it just so happens that we are so stacked at the defensive line that we can't have 11. We have 10 defensive linemen on this roster. All 10 of them are going to be playing. It's like a hockey freaking lineup, baby. So Tanzel Smart's the odd man out. I think everybody expected that. The Hard Knock star. Really, really happy to get Tanzel Smart back on the team. The next guy I was crossing my fingers, hoping that he'd be back on the practice squad, and he is. 7th round pick, the rookie Zach Kuntz from Old Dominion. Now, this is a player that's so raw that the Jets were not going to feel comfortable with him making this team. The Jets go with the now veteran, which is kind of wild, and Kenny Yeboah. Remember, Kenny Yeboah was an undrafted free agent for the New York Jets back in 2020 out of Ole Miss, and he's a little more experienced, and I think that the Jets don't want to put Zach Kuntz on the field if there's any injuries in games where we're going all in. Totally understand that. So they're going with Kenny Yeboah over Zach Kuntz. And it's really good to see that Zach Kuntz is here because I think there's two people on this practice squad list that the New York Jets are hopeful to really develop for 2024 and beyond, and that is Trey Dean and Zach Kuntz, two rookies that if this team wasn't loaded that they'd both be on this team. They'd both probably be playing this year. But guess what, Jets fans? It's not the previous seasons where we're going into a year where, hey, let's throw the kids out there, let them develop, and let them learn on the fly. No, this is a win now season. We cannot rely on, players to learn on the fly in a season like this, which is why Kuntz and Dean were waived, and I feel very happy that they're both back. Now, the next guy is Tim Boyle. Now, I did not expect Tim Boyle to get claimed anywhere else, and this is exactly what the Jets are hoping for, him to go unclaimed and then re-signed to the practice squad. He's going to be the third quarterback, and let's hope that Tim Boyle never, ever, ever touches the active roster throughout the entire season, because you guys know why that is the case. Don't need to say anything other than that. So Tim Boyle on the practice squad for the New York Jets looked really good in his final preseason game against the New York Giants with 2 touchdowns. So awesome things there. And then these next 3 players are 3 guys that were not on the New York Jets roster throughout training camp. Let's start off with Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson is a linebacker from Jacksonville, and he's a guy that is, providing depth at that spot. You saw the Jets hold on to 5 linebackers on the active 53-man roster: CJ Mosley, Quincy Williams, Jamie Sherwood, Chaz Surratt, and Zaire Barnes. So Caleb Johnson and Sam I'm going to botch this name, Eguevian, a linebacker, was a former Miami Dolphin, more of a veteran, 30 years old, going to provide depth at that linebacker spot. And then this last player I think is very interesting is Xavier Valade. What a name. This is a guy that was on the Pittsburgh Steelers practice squad, undrafted free agent out of Arizona State, really is athletic, really has a lot of burst. And I think the first thing that everyone's going to ask now is, what's going on with Bam Knight? Bam Knight was not claimed. Bam Knight's not signed to a practice squad as of right now. He's not on the Jets practice squad. He's not on any of the other practice squad. I'm assuming this man's going to be signed to somebody's practice squad, if it's not the Jets, pretty soon. And that's what probably everyone's wondering. Where's Bam Knight? As you guys know, I have nothing against Bam Knight, but I just was someone to kind of pump the brakes, and everybody was kind of hyping up Bam Knight, overrating him. In my opinion, listen, I try to keep it real. I don't like to just overhype every single player. I just feel like this fan base was kind of overhyping Bam Knight just a little bit. And not to say I don't want him on the practice squad. I do. I want the Jets to bring Bam Knight onto the practice squad. But if Bam Knight sees an opportunity where he can get actual playing time on a team outside of the New York Jets, I'm sure he'd prefer to go there, because the Jets have a deep and crowded running back room. And the only way Bam Knight, if he does get signed to the practice squad, gets elevated, is if there's an injury to one of those 4 backs. So the Jets go with Xavier Valade on the practice squad. And remember, this is not the final list. There's a lot of more players that's going to be added to this, because you can have up to 16 players on a practice squad. This is 7 people. So this is interesting stuff, guys. All right, let's get into the chat. Why did we sign Boyle over Zappe? Very simple. Boyle's been in training camp all off season. He knows the system. He knows the guys. The Jets are going with continuity. And Bailey Zappe, I mean, he's a year 2. They want a veteran at quarterback number 3, not a year 2 player. With Punter and Bowden still not back, who are we putting on IR short list? So I think it's going to be Carter Warren, and not sure about the second one, to be honest. I mean, there has to be some type of injury we're not aware of, but I know it's going to be Carter Warren, and maybe it's Wes Schweitzer. I don't know, because he's banged up. Kenny Yeboah is banged up, so we'll see. Hey, Rich, any job openings that I can do remotely? Yes, Jack, absolutely. What do you do, my man? What are you looking? What kind of experience you got in the field of media? Shoot me a message, email me, let me know in the chat of what you think you can bring to the table, my friend. I am hiring. Anybody that wants part-time work or internship work, if you're in college, hit me up. I am hiring for my NFL Touchdown Kingdom YouTube channel. I have a full team, and it's a lot of exciting things happening this season, man. And we're going to be pumping out some cool content. There's a whole operation that goes on behind the scenes. I can give you guys, if you want to come on board, you can get a little part-time or freelance gig with me. I am hiring. So, Morstead, we need a punter. So, basically, what the New York Jets are doing is they cut Thomas Morstead and they cut Nick Bowden so they can keep 2 players on the active roster, and then they're going to put 2 people on short-term IR, most likely, and then they're going to add Morstead and Bowden back. That's going to happen tonight or tomorrow. Don't worry, Morstead's going to be back, guys. I would not be concerned at all. I know that it looks like it's a little thing to be worried about. We don't have a punter currently, but we will have a punter for week 1, and his name will be Thomas Morstead. Don't need to worry about it because it's Morstead's. He gets to choose where he wants to go. So it's not like he's just going to say, yeah, F you, Jets. I'm going somewhere else. He's going to sign with the Jets. I'm sure they had a verbal agreement about that. I would not worry about it at all. Richie, when is the next AFC's Roundtable? Tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, guys. AFC's Roundtable. We need Jets fans represented. It's going to be a good show tonight, baby. Izzy will not be going on IR. He practiced yesterday. Izzy is back. Full on. Good to go. So Izzy's not going to be there. Now the Jets will score so often we won't need to punt. I mean, that's cool. We can just not punt. Dalvin Cook did mention Bam in his first Jets press conference. Yeah, I mean, he was on the team at that point. Lawson will start. It seems like Lawson is back at practice. And remember this, guys, I always feel like Jets fans always talk about who's starting on the defensive line. It doesn't matter who starts on the defensive line. Everybody's playing. From the 10th man to the first man, everyone's playing. So if Carl Lawson's starting and Jermaine Johnson's not on the field to start it off, does not mean Jermaine Johnson's not going to play. So Saleh says this over and over again, and I feel like the fans run away with this narrative for no reason. Does not matter who starts on the defensive line, okay? Just, it's that simple. It doesn't matter. They're all going to play. It's going to be good to go. Yeboah was injured with a hammy, so maybe he will be on short-term IR. Yes, he is someone that I think could be on IR. He did not practice yesterday, so he could be on the IR, as well as Carter Warren. I think those are the two players that are most likely going to end up on the injured reserve list, and then the New York Jets will sign Morstead and Bowden. Who's our center, McGovern or Tippmann? So McGovern's going to be our starting center, and then Joe Tippmann will be the backup for center and right guard and left guard. I have a good feeling about JJ this year, as you should, Hemlock, as you freaking should. Jermaine Johnson. If there's any player on this team that it just screams breakout, it's him. It's Jermaine Johnson. A little alarmed but not concerned. Where's the punter? The punter will be here. Everyone's all, you're not concerned. You said it yourself. No need to worry, guys. No need. The Jets are playing roster gymnastics. And what that means, basically, is they did not want to cut two players with the risk of them being claimed. It's that simple. What else is new? Modine coming in here with some nonsense. Jets set themselves up for failure. Yeah, we're going to fail this year. We got 2 weeks. Yes, we did. 143 watchers and only 29 likes. Hit that like button. Support the channel. Thank you, Harlan. I appreciate that. Please hit that like button. Let's go. I think Lawson has psychological problems, not being negative. He just hasn't been himself since his injury. I just hope he gets help and gets over it. Thoughts? Carl Lawson played 17 games last year and had how many sacks? Carl Lawson had 7 sacks last year, which is the most he's had since 2017. So now it's after his injury. So I don't know what you're referring to, my man. I would have to just respectfully disagree with this, Jack. Carl Lawson's fine. He just is dealing with a back injury. Again, 7 sacks last year, which is the most he's had in a season since his rookie year with the Bengals in 2017, which is 8.5. So, yeah, Carl Lawson's fine, psychologically. Uncle Terry with the $5 super chat. Thank you, bro. How about Aaron saying, I don't even know who you are after that push and then throws that dime to 17? Shows some respect to the God. Absolutely. That was a ridiculous feature on Hard Knocks. That was so cool, man. Don't poke the bear, baby. And everyone's running with it. Oh, Rodgers is soft. Have you heard of competitive nature? I don't care. It's preseason. It's football. It's a sport. Keep clowning the Jets. Not you, Uncle Terry, but I'm talking about people that are going crazy about this. Let's go. Let's go. Mo says, well, they set themselves up for failure because they haven't been to the playoffs in 100 years, and if they make the playoffs and lose the game, people will say the season is a failure. So, Mo, please inform me, what would you like the New York Jets to do instead of what they're doing right now? Let me know. What would you prefer the Jets to do? Not try to go to the playoffs? Not try to bring in Aaron Rodgers? Not try to sign Dalvin Cook? I mean, what is your point? I don't understand your point. I know you're a troll, but I'm feeding into the troll because every time I see this man says, I'm just waiting for him to say something I agree with and has actually some substance and some logic behind it. What do you want them to do? They are going all in. Obviously, it'll be a failure if they disappoint. Duh. Bam got claimed by the Lions. Is that true? Did that just got released? Because I didn't see that. Yep. All right. Zonovan Bam Knight to the Lions officially. Thank you, Tommy, for letting me know. I hope they get Morstead back. There's no need to hope. It's happening. Guys, stop worrying. Okay? Stop worrying. Thomas Morstead is a Jet. I don't know why everyone's worrying. We're good. Good for Bam and good luck. Absolutely, man. Good luck to Bam Knight. He is to the practice squad of the Detroit Lions. I'm convinced Ashtyn Davis must have mob ties or some dirt on Joe Douglas. LOL. How is he selling the team, man? Well, honestly, he looked really good in the preseason, not going to lie. And he looked good in camp. And he also provides impactful abilities in special teams. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he deserves to start. He does not. But Ashtyn Davis played pretty darn good in training camp and pretty good in preseason. So, listen, he's not the starter. He's the fourth safety, and he's going to play special teams. It's that simple. Nice landing spot for Bam. Yes, he's going to do great stuff. I don't hate this squad. Let's go. You shouldn't. Do you think that Zach Wilson will be ready to start in 2 years after Rodgers? I believe so. I'm hopeful. I mean, there's no, right? That's what we're all hoping for, but there's no guarantees it happens. I think that all Zach needs to figure out is the mental ability, and if Aaron Rodgers can give Zach Wilson that confidence to do what he does at the line of scrimmage and to read defenses and to do the hand signals to the defense and to make on-field adjustments. Because listen, folks, what makes Aaron Rodgers excellent, what makes Aaron Rodgers one of the greatest quarterbacks of this generation, it's not just his arm talent, it's not just his ability to just be like, you know, his pocket awareness and all those things. It's the stuff at the line of scrimmage that makes Aaron Rodgers that freaking good. Like when he goes to the line and he sees what the defense is showing, and then he gives a little adjustment to the wide receiver, and then they exploit it, that's all Aaron Rodgers. And if Zach Wilson can learn how to do that, then he's going to be great. And that's what made Davante Adams so excellent with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers as well. That's what Garrett Wilson is trying to do. When Davante Adams, I forgot what interview it was, but I listened to this years ago. Davante Adams said that he would adjust his route based off of what the DB was showing. And that's what this entire Jets offense is trying to do here. They're adjusting their offensive play calls to what the defense is showing to the point where they have an answer for everything. And when you do that, you're unstoppable on offense. Obviously, mistakes will come, but when you're an offense and you can see the defense through the eyes of the quarterback of Aaron Rodgers, and you have an answer for everything. Oh, they're showing cover 1? We do this. Oh, they're showing cover 4? Okay, we're doing this. Oh, they're showing all blitz, man coverage. That's what Rodgers is trying to do, is any defense that they show, we have an answer for. And they can adjust and audible to something on the fly. And when you want to bring up Zach Wilson, that's what he needs to learn how to do, which will take time in order for him to be a franchise quarterback for the Jets or sometime in the future. Richie, I have no idea who those two linebackers are. I'm choking on my own saliva. Woo! Sorry. That was funny. It's okay. I mean, you don't have to know who these players are. Hopefully they don't ever play. Uncle Terry with another super chat. The chemistry between A-Rod and Q-Ball is hilarious. That is true. That's an underrated little chemistry that we got there. The best player on offense and the best player on defense. No offense, Sauce Gardner, but Quinn Williams better right now. You can argue Sauce can be better this year, no doubt about it. But like we heard on Hard Knocks last night, in order for Sauce Gardner to take that next step, in order for him to really shut down his side of the field, start taking the ball away, Sauce. And I love that the Jets challenge him. Even Quinnen said that. Did you guys notice in Hard Knocks when Sauce was going crazy, like, oh, why are they throwing at me? Why are they testing me? And then Quinnen's like, because you don't take the ball away. And then Salah's like, yep, when you start taking that ball away, that's when they will stop throwing you the football. Like, I love that. That's freaking coaching from the Quinnen Williams. That's coaching from Salah. Challenge Sauce. Don't let him get too hyped just for pass deflections, which are excellent, by the way. I'm not complaining about pass deflections. The man freaking led the league in pass deflections last year, but we need Sauce to get more interceptions. Go play for the football. And I think he will do that because I know that the coaching staff is telling him that. And we know that he has all the talent to do it as well. Rodgers is the most impressive quarterback in NFL history. I agree. I've always said that before he was a Jet. Mike Evans called me fat. Dude, how can you not love Quinnen Williams? Like, he is like just a special human being, man. Everything about him is awesome. Coons was def my fave pick by the Jets, so glad they have him on the practice squad. Facts. He's just not ready yet, so it's good to see that he was able to be back on the practice squad. Why are Dolphins saying so jealous of us? It's true. It's true. Any buzz in finding some wide receiver depth? I think the Jets are pretty content. I mean, we have 7 receivers on the team, and you can argue 4 of them were locks to make the team, and then the final 3. Charles made it because of special teams, and then Gibson and Brownlee. I like that. I like those 2 rooks. Yes, Bam Knight just signed with the Detroit Lions practice squad. If anybody is just tuning in, some breaking news. Bam Knight signs with Detroit Lions practice squad. TD last night said the Jets are slightly better than the Dolphins. Zachary, if you can please do me a favor and clip that and send me that, that'd be excellent, man. Please find me a clip of TD saying that and send me it so I can play it on the roundtable tonight. I love you forever. I mean, I already love you, Zachary. You're a great supporter and member of the channel, but that would be sick. Those 2 inside linebackers are vets and truly physical. They will be good as backups. Absolutely. Who replaces Davis? You talking about Corey Davis? I think Jason Brownlee is the replacement for Corey Davis. I'm glad they got Trading the third on the practice squad. Me too, Sean. Me too. He was one of my favorite players that I was looking forward to hopefully getting onto the practice squad. And he's back on the practice squad, baby. Let's freaking get it. Also, guys, this is 7 players on the practice squad. There's going to be more players announced, and it's going to go up to 16. So when the Jets officially announce that what their practice squad is, that's where we're going to go live again, and we're going to really break it down. But I want to do live updates. And like, if there's any players that gets updated, then I'll update you guys. Sauce Gardner was voted by AP as the top corner going into the 2023 season. Woo! Let's go. Francisco, brand new member of the channel. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. I appreciate you. Tenzel deserved to be there. Me too. I agree, but then you look at the roster and it's like, who are you taking off the 53 in replacement of Tenzel? You know, that's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to look at it. Just became a member, about time. Francisco, thank you for becoming a member, my friend. We appreciate you. Feel free to use those emojis in the chat now. Good for Bam. Hope he's successful in Detroit. Me too, man. Me too. Any signs of the Jets making a move for Bosa? Absolutely not, Chris. Listen, I'm not buying into those rumors. I'm not buying into that hype. The Jets cannot do that, financially speaking. Like, they don't have the money to extend Nick Bosa after extending Quinnen Williams, still having to extend Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson on the line. I know it's a pipe dream. I know that's what fans want. I'm just here to tell you guys, it ain't happening. And if it does happen, would love to be wrong. And like, to be honest, this is where I agree with Mo. The Jets don't even need him. Nothing against Nick Bosa. He's one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. But do you need, without Nick Bosa, we're arguably the best D-line. Like, we don't really need him. How do you become a member? So if you are interested in becoming a member, Then you click join. Right next to where it says Jets Media, my subscriber count, there's a little icon that says join. And then you click join, and then you'll see there are abilities to become a member. We don't need Bosa, but Mooney for Irv Charles. Yeah, I mean, the Jets love Charles for special teams purposes. Don't really see the Jets getting Mooney because they would have to pay him. Let's get to 19K. Hit that sub button. Thank you, Chris. Folks, we are very close to 19K. I would love to hit that before the season starts, but that's going to be hard to do. So if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, baby. And let's get to 100 likes before we wrap up the show here, guys. Let's hit that like button for you, boy. Do you think Randall Cobb's impact? I think Randall Cobb is going to have way bigger of an impact on this team than some people expect. I think everyone's assuming that he's just going to be just like the veteran guy in the locker room. No, he is going to have like 4 or 5 catches a game, probably finish the season with 750 yards, 6 touchdowns. That's my predictions. I think that Randall Cobb, and he's not that old. I mean, I feel like people think he's a damn dinosaur. He's 32. 32 years old as a wide receiver is like, you're a veteran, and you still got a lot left in the tank. You still got a lot left in the tank. Lawyer Up says, respectfully disagree. We need him. He will take us to another level. All in means all in, and we have no proof that our offense will be good this season. Let's tear up defense. Now, you got to look at this, though, man. It's just not, what's the word? It's not realistic. I mean, yeah, obviously, you can't say no to Nick Bosa, but it's not realistic to trade for him. I don't think people realize the complex trade that would have to go down and the money that he's looking for. There's a reason why the 49ers have not paid him is because he's looking for a gigantic contract. We just handed out Quinnen Williams, the second highest paid interior defensive lineman contract in the NFL. The Jets cannot afford to trade him, which will cost like our entire future of draft picks plus a gigantic contract. Like, without Nick Bosa, this defensive line is top in the league. Obviously, you add him, it takes us way over the top. And I'm not saying he doesn't, but you also have to think of it like from the logistic point of view. We can't get greedy, guys. I feel like now we're getting greedy. We're getting a little greedy. And that's okay that we're getting greedy because that means that we are a team that wants as much talent as freaking possible. AFC's Roundtable, 8 p.m. It's going to start around 7:40, 7:45. Why not go for Adams? Because Adams is not available. Maybe at the deadline he will be, but right now he's not available. Remember, it takes 2 to tango. The Raiders don't want to trade Davante Adams, so how are we supposed to get him? You feel me? Depth on the defensive line worth more than Bosa. Interesting. How many sacks does JJ get compared to Bosa? I'm thinking JJ gets a dozen at least. Yeah, I'm giving JJ 10 plus. Now, listen, Bosa is on another level. Bosa is arguably one of the best, if not the best, defensive ends in the entire league, right? I mean, who's a better defensive end than him? You can argue it's him, TJ Watt, even his brother Joey Bosa, right? I mean, those are the top dogs. So, yeah, it's just not realistic to land him, guys. I wonder what the Dolphins' excuse for getting swept by us this year would be. Bosa does have injury issues. Yes, he does. Would we go for a top safety, make the unthrowable team against? No. The Jets like their safety room. They love Tony Adams. Coming off of year 2, I like Tony Adams, and they got Jordan Whitehead, and they got Smash as that guy that's going to be utilized in certain packages, and Ashton Davis as that free roaming guy. They're not going to go after a top-tier safety. This Jets defense is built to be top end without an elite safety. This defense can be the best defense in the NFL even without a Pro Bowl at safety. We showed it last year. We had freaking LaMarcus Joyner and Jordan Whitehead as our safeties last year, and we were top 3 in the league. We'll get Davante Adams by the trade deadline in October or next offseason. I mean, I can't say no to this, even though it still sounds like a complete pipe dream. Thanks to whoever it was that gifted me the sub. Yeah, man, there are some people that are gifting memberships. So shout out to whoever gifted my man a membership. I don't know who it was. Love that we got Trading and Coons back on the practice squad. Still seems like there's a move looming. Can't see them carrying 7 wide receivers. The reason why Charles is on the team is more special teams than his ability as a wide receiver. That's why it makes sense to me personally. Robert Saleh talked about all 3 of them today, and he said that Charles is, quote, a wolf on special teams. And the Jets really prioritize special teams. Remember, the New York Jets gave up 2 punt returns for a touchdown last year. There was only 3 touchdowns returned for a touchdown in the entire NFL, and one of those touchdowns, we lost the game because in the Patriots game. So the Jets absolutely cannot afford any mishaps on special teams. Irv Charles is that gunner on the punt coverage to make sure that we do not give up touchdowns, and that's why the Jets are prioritizing him. No Bam, why? The Detroit Lions have claimed him on their practice squad. The Jets go with Xavier Valade instead. 204 watching and only 64 likes. Smash the like button, people. Let's go. You heard my man. Hit that like button, folks. Richie, who or what do you think was the deciding factor for Rodgers coming to the Jets? Ooh, that's a loaded question. There is so much that brought him to the Jets. So freaking much. I mean, it all started, if you want to backtrack years, it started in 2021 when the Jets went to Green Bay for the joint practice, and he got to see Robert Saleh coaching. He got to see Zach Wilson as a rookie. And then the next year, which was last year, when the Jets went to Green Bay and beat him up. And then Rodgers, obviously Hackett joins the squad. And then he really was impressed by the Jets when they beat them up. He saw Garrett Wilson as his version of Devontae Adams. He likes Robert Saleh, the way he handles his business as a head coach. He likes the market. He wants to be in the brightest lights. The defense is elite. I mean, I can go on. But there's a lot of reasons why Aaron Rodgers came to the New York Jets. And you can see him being freaking excited about it, man, every single day. I think he likes Saleh's positivity approach. He does. He really does. Absolutely. You're on the mark here. Like, Robert Saleh is like really into like rewiring the brain, really into the mental effort. And we know that Aaron Rodgers is all about the mind. He's really spiritual. He's mindful. And I feel like he appreciates Robert Saleh's approach to his business. And I think that they are a really good head coach quarterback duo for that reason. And then you got Nathaniel Hackett. If you guys saw Hard Knocks last night, Hackett was like, "This is not called the red zone, it's the gold zone." I mean, bringing off the personality, that was hilarious. But yeah, that's kind of how I look at it a little bit. And guys, a little preview. You guys know my buddy Jack. He, as you guys know, I do have another YouTube channel called Touchdown Kingdom, and we're really excited because we're in the middle of making a video all about the New York Jets. It's called, "Are the New York Jets Worth the Hype for the 2023 season?" Something along those lines. It's going to be uploaded the next few days. Jack wrote the script, and he's the voice behind it, and then my man edited it. It's going to be uploaded to Touchdown Kingdom, and it's going to be one of those videos that's like, you know, more cinematic and with highlights. There's nobody on camera. If you guys are familiar with Touchdown Kingdom, my other YouTube channel, you know what I'm talking about, but it's going to be all about the Jets. It's like a breakdown of, are the New York Jets worth all the hype that they're getting? Are they going to live up to it? How did Aaron Rodgers get to the Jets? Breakdown of the entire roster. It's going to be a really good video, and I'm excited to show you guys it when it does go live, which is probably later this week. It's going to be exciting, man. It's going to be exciting. Is Saleh a Coach of the Year candidate? If the Jets are freaking as good as what we are portraying them to be, yes, absolutely. I describe Saleh and Rodgers as authentic. They keep it real. It goes beyond just positivity. Exactly. I agree. They're very authentic. They really are genuine with what they believe in. They're not like overselling themselves. They're not, and they care, right? They put others first. They put others' feelings ahead of their own, right? They throw their egos aside and their egos aside. And I really, really like that from both Saleh and Rodgers. They are really a good match. So, Zach, you says 57. Which stream is it? Is it the Miami Dolphins long day? Talk about everything? Is that the stream? Damn, TD brings in great numbers. He had 500 likes on a stream last night. Good for him, bro. So you said it's at 57. Oh, yeah, here it is.
Man, you done paused me on that.
All right, let's see. Let's hear what TD had to say about the Jets, according to Zachary. Apparently, he says something good about us. Let's hear it.
They got a better quarterback. They got a better run game. We got better receivers. Their O-line, I definitely give them the edge now, based off of the reports out of camp with Mekhi Becton playing well. Better tight end.
He's doing it. He's saying we're better.
But they do. They slightly have a better offense overall. We just win at the wide receiver position.
All right. You heard it from TD himself. We have a better offense. We're going to hear that tomorrow. Oh, DF Forever is in the chat. Knew how to clip it. You guys couldn't hear it? Ah, damn it. All right. Well, I'm going to clip this and play it tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, tonight. Because someone asked him, do you think the Jets have a better offense? And he objectively had answered it. Just sub to the kingdom. Let's go, R&R. Everybody, help your boy out. We got another NFL channel that I'm building up. It's been building for 3 years now. Touchdown Kingdom. There will be a Jets video uploaded there later in the week. That is going to be really exciting stuff. I was in live TD chat when he said it. Let's go. Let's effing go, Richie. You know it. I wonder why when I share stuff like that, the audio doesn't come in. I got to figure out a way for you guys to hear that audio, but whatever. All right, well, tonight will be the AFC's roundtable. Keep on grinding, Richie. Thank you, Amari, my man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Josh Allen did a radio spot today. They asked him about Aaron and the Jets. Let's say his voice is cracking a little bit. Are you using a streaming service? I use StreamYard. Audio's always low. Yeah. I am transitioning to a new service soon, though. Go to mic settings. All right. I'll figure that out. But, guys, I do have a meeting at 4 o'clock I have to get through, so I'm going to end the show here. When the practice squad goes officially live, I'm going to go live again and break it down in detail. This is the players that are on the list right now. Everyone go sub to Touchdown Kingdom. Let's freaking get it. Jets video going to be up later this week. It's going to be an exciting time, man. Really exciting time of what's coming on that video. So I appreciate all the support on all of my YouTube channels. Let's freaking go. Touchdown Kingdom. Yes, indeed, Jack. Here, I'll link it. In case anyone's interested, that's the link right there for Touchdown Kingdom, my other NFL YouTube channel. Don't forget to clip the TD for tonight. I'll try, Zachary. I'll try. All right, guys. I'll see you tonight on the AFC's Roundtable. And when the practice squad becomes officially official, I'll be letting you guys know all the details. That wraps up this video. Hit that like button on your way out. Catch you next time. Peace.